waste your time? Why waste your time?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dartsman's Secret Life.
Yo, DJ, pump this party.
Why waste your time? You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. Why waste your time? You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. Why waste your time? You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. Why waste your time? You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. I'm gonna take your time. Oh, I'm gonna get to your smile. I'm gonna take your time. I'm gonna get to your smile. Come on, come on, come on. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Okay, can you pump the track up a little bit more, please? Thank you. We're loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it, love it. We're loving it, loving it, love it. We're loving it, love it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. We like to pump this party.
Why waste your time? You know you're gonna be mine. I'm gonna get your smile. Oh, I'm gonna get to your smile. I'm gonna get your smile. I'm gonna get your smile.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Yo, DJ, pump this party.
You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. You know you're gonna be mine. I just wanna fucking
I've got the key, I've got the secret, I've got the key to another way. I've got the key, I've got the secret, I've got the key to another way.
Get the point? Good. Let's dance.
Please welcome your guest host.
What am I coming to? Look where I am.
I got the key, I got the secret. Yep. How you doing, guys? I'm Angie Brown from da-da-da-ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-ba-da-da-da. Yes, I'm going to get you Bizarre Inc. So, Dartsman asked me to touch on racism, and I thought I'd just mention what I experienced in the music industry. Obviously, you know, racism is institutionalized. Sometimes you don't know you're doing it. You don't know you're being unfriendly. You can't answer all the questions regarding education and why one group is more disadvantaged than another. But it does go on and it does happen. So the story goes like this. Back in the 80s, I used to do rock music. Why rock music? Because actually house hadn't been invented yet. And I guess it was happening in Chicago, and I think Jocelyn Brown had Somebody Else's Guy, and the beginning of that was very house-based, and so much was happening. But anyway, in the late 80s, I had a record deal, a massive record deal, where I was flown out to the States and treated like a princess and recorded in the top studios, worked with the top industry producers, and also you know, we recorded at Paisley Park, which is Prince's studio, and we had the Philharmonic Orchestra play on the music that I was doing. The band was called Ramona 55, and it was also exciting. Obviously, I was in my mid-20s, and it just felt like this was going to happen for me. It was for white guys and me, and it was Skunk Anansie before Skunk Anansie, if you can imagine that. Anyway, I don't think the record company did their research very well. They heard the songs and they loved the songs, and it was a little bit of country mixed in with some rock, mixed in with a little bit of Stereophonics meets the Stones. And, you know, my belty voice, I could do that stuff all day long. And basically, when they flew me out to the States, they were really disappointed when they actually came face to face with me, because they did not know that I was a woman who was big and of colour. It's like they did not do their research properly. They loved the songs, they knew that it was right for the college circuit, and they knew that we could blow the American market away being Brits. But, you know, we were very quickly turned down and dropped, is the professional term, from the label, because I guess I didn't do the research properly, like I said, and they didn't know that I was a black woman, and because the music just sounded like good music, and it wasn't over the top or ad-libbed or the big singing that you get in house music. And I just think that after all that money and, you know, flown out to a video shoot and having a chef on site and the masser and everybody and everything, I think that the label really became disheartened very quickly, only because of the marketing. Now, when you grow up, growing up here in the UK, I just thought America was like Sesame Street, and everyone was friendly and everybody was cool and everyone was in one big melting pot. But in reality, it isn't like that, and it's really hurtful. I mean, I felt really rejected because it didn't mean that I wasn't talented. It's just, it was a marketing headache for the American market, even though we were perfect for them. But being a black person, I wasn't allowed to front, ever front, you know, a band like that. And it really hurts my feelings. It does hurt, because that degree of rejection, you know, based on your colour is just horrible, especially if you've dreamt about having a record deal and dreamt about doing the big concerts and, you know, living the dream, really. But that was never available to me. So thank goodness house music came along, where you could be big, black, or any age, as long as you've got a good belty house gospel voice. You know, that opened the doors for me. But it is hurtful when you think about not being able to be in that band. The band was called Ramona 55. There's a few bits online with us, but really, I really didn't get the job because I was the wrong colour, and it was going to be a marketing headache for my record company. So there you go. It hurts, but what can I say? You have to move on. Anyway, take care, guys. I hope I gave you a bit of insight into how it works in the labels and the record companies. It does hurt, but hey ho, let's move on. Take care.